Bonsoir, guys. So it's not often that I focus on other racing other than my own and sort of follow through on my own, how my own racing is with a little head camera, so I'm following my own. But I'd forgotten it, so I took the opportunity about 2 or 3 weeks ago now to follow one of the A races, and the idea was to do a video and see if I can pick up any tips and well, not so much tricks, but any tips from how they conduct themselves on track and see whether or not they're taking good lines and how they race each other, because the racing in the A category is always absolutely spot on and top notch. So let's follow some of the racing. There's a bit of a commentary over the top, and I slow some of the footage down because some of the racing is really, really good. Anyway, let's see how they get on. So in first place, we've got Matthew Smithson running a Camtech. Second place, we've got Matt Blowers, who's a Team Mardave driver, and he's running a Mardave Carbon with all the whistles and bells. In third place, we've got Dan, who's running a Mardave again, but the GRP chassis version, so technically the cheaper version. Fourth place, we've got Nathan, and he's running the full DDR racing prototype. So that's not only the chassis, the steering, the motor mount pod, everything that is DDR's own 3D printed, as far as I can tell. And then bringing up the rear, we've got James running another Camtech Mini. So we've got Camtechs 1 and 2 with a Mardave sandwich and a DDR prototype. So you can see a full range of brands represented in this A final, all with the exception of the TWR, but I bet he would have been there. We've got one of the drivers, Mark, who was absent, and he's a fast driver and he runs a TWR. So it's further proof that there isn't one dominant manufacturer in this category, in this 1/12 scale racing at the moment. And yeah, let's see how we get on. So after a solid start there from Matthew and Matt, looks like the rear of Dan's car lets go, causing a bit of a snafu. As we now focus on Matthew Smithson, first thing I notice is how smooth the racing lines are and how close he gets to the corners when he's taking the corners. Well, and then there's the odd snafu, obviously, because that's the commentator's curse. So let's not watch him because it's a bit boring, like Verstappen and a Red Bull. Let's find some action. Here we can pick up Matt, who's the Team Mardave driver, being hunted down by James in his Camtech. Both really good drivers. However, the style seems a little bit hurried in comparison to Matthew Smithson. But I guess that's because the racing. Still really hitting great lines and really close to the corners. Great racing etiquette there from Dan, pulling right out of the way so he didn't compromise second and third as they come to lap him. A rare mistake. Meanwhile, the ferocious battle for second and third has become the on-track battle for first now. Just over halfway. 3 minutes, 6 seconds gone. Some great racing there. Oh, James has run wide, opened the door for Matt, who gets close enough to hustle his way through here. Well, Matthew's purple car's back on track now. It's not often I really criticise another driver, but should have stayed out of the way of this battle, in my opinion. Although it does give a great opportunity to see two different setups between the two Camtech cars and a Mardev running together. Right, with Matthew retiring now properly, we'll see if Team Mardev Matt can do anything about the lead that James has built up. 5, 2, 1, 4, 3. Well, we're a minute and a half left. 4 minutes, 20 seconds gone. The order 5, 2, 4, 3. So let's do a few laps now running with Nathan, who's running the DDR Racing prototype in only its third outing and already running fourth in an A final. I'm expecting big things in the future from this. Looking really good, if maybe a little bit loose through the high-speed corner as it unloads into that slow hairpin. But overall it looks good and solid, just as good as the Mardev or the Camtech. Okay, last minute or so, let's see if Matt's made some progress. And I've slowed the racing footage down here because I know what's coming. So Matt's right up now with James. So we've got Mardev versus Camtech. The epic battle that carries on. Some great racing there from James. Great lines, defensive on the inside, covering the inside off there, so Matt couldn't take a line through. See if he can keep that consistency. Oh, he ran a little bit wide on the entry to there. Matt had to think about it, I think. Definitely all over him there. Trying to get up the inside. Puts him on the outside for that corner. Oh, good door-to-door banging there. Yep, that seemed clean. And James gets back through. Great move. And then Matt takes him again. Fantastic racing. Really good racing. Oh, and James just caught the back of Matt there. So James should really release that position back to him because he was behind him. So James should wait. He should wait. Nope. Clearly we're not waiting. Get after him then, Matt. Well done, Dan, again, getting out of the way. There we go. Last lap, he ran wide there. Can Matt do anything about it? We're into the last lap, I think. Yep. So smiles all round, but you're a bit unlucky there, Matt, in my opinion. So yeah, I got to admit, I do think Matt was a bit unlucky there. A bit unlucky with that. I think you had that. People's champion. I think people's race there, Matt. I think you had that. But James, good fighting for it. You could see the desires there permanently. Always wants to race, always wants to win. And yes, criticism time. Smithson, you should know better. And there was a reverse. I saw it. But really good. It's interesting to see how much time I lose now when I watch the lines from the the A drivers, they're just so close to the corners all the time, and I'm sure there's like half a second that they gain over me. If all things being equal, if all I could do was hit a better line and on the apex better with my minis, it'd be half a second a lap. I'm sure of it. But also really positive and interesting that there's the Camtech, there's the Mardev, and now the DDR looks, it's not a viable option in my opinion. At the end of the day, Nathan's making it work into an A final, so and fourth place in an A final. So there's definite progress there. And as I say, the brand that was missing from that final was the TWR chassis, which in fairness, I think Mark could have been up there with them. So yeah, all positive. All positive with our little 112 mini scale racing fanatics that we all are. Right, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Stick a comment, a thumbs up, and a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, why not? It's free. Toodle pip.